I'm telling you, it's like clockwork. At the beginning of every week, we have a leak from the Suicide Squad set. And sure enough, we have one today. They even waited the extra day, I guess, because of the Memorial Day weekend holiday. And they're shooting in Canada, so they don't have to necessarily abide by our holiday schedule here in the US. But last night, some footage popped up online that's beginning to make the rounds this morning of them filming the beginning of a car chase between the Joker and Batman, which means that Ben Affleck's Batman is now officially confirmed, at least his car, but Ben Affleck himself has been spotted in Toronto for Suicide Squad. And I have to say, seeing this footage, I don't know how long it will be up. Warner Brothers aggressively took down the last footage that was posted of Harley and Joker shooting that scene, but I've put a link down below in the video description if that footage is still up. But watching it brought a smile to my face, which I'm sure would make the Joker very proud. And it actually reminded me of Batman the Animated Series, because I think that's the only place I can think of where they had a number of Batman-Joker car chases. And they were always a lot of fun, and as I recall, Harley Quinn was often driving, which would free up the Joker for hijinks. Now, as far as the two cars go, I guess that Joker's car is cooler because it's his movie, but it looks amazing. I liked that car when I first saw it last week, and I like it again this week. It has not lost any of its cool factor. I think it's a really exciting choice, and it's actually my favorite thing they've introduced for this new Joker. I think that it was really a brilliant idea. It's just visually very exciting and energetic. And when you see it here on the street, you're like, wow, the Joker sure is calling a lot of attention to himself. No wonder Batman found him. But the Joker wants attention. So that made me think we could be in for some really cool moments in Suicide Squad, at least I hope we are, where the Joker pulls up next to civilians on the road. I mean, imagine if you were on the road in Gotham, I'm assuming, and found yourself next to the Joker, either looking in your rearview mirror and seeing him, or having him come up next to you at the stop sign. That also actually reminds me a little bit of the animated series as well, and also the episode where Harley Quinn was first introduced when Joker was tormenting a civilian. I think that because the animated series was, drawn out and of course had a lot of episodes so they could explore lots of different things, they highlighted the fact that the Joker doesn't just like to play with Batman. He can be amused by you and me. And so I hope to see that side of the Joker here as well. As for the new Batmobile, I have to say that during the beginning of this clip, they had the Batmobile in the shot, but I didn't see it. I mean, I guess it's supposed to have camo, right? Be camouflage, but I didn't notice it till they zoomed in, and then it peeled out to chase after the Joker's car. So I really miss the Tumbler. I understand that they can't bring the Tumbler back because they're not using Christopher Nolan's Batman, and that means they have to throw out everything that was associated with that. But the Tumbler was a work of genius. It was really well done. And I feel that what they've come up with here, so far, isn't a suitable replacement. And I'm curious to what you guys think. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be as flashy a car as the Joker's car, but I think the Batman would, go for shock and awe. And while the Joker has a sleek little sports car, I would have liked to have seen a Batmobile that means business. Like when it comes into Joker's rearview mirror, it gets a laugh, right? Because he's just so excited to play. But we'll see how this scene plays out. And of course, the Batmobile could be tricked out pretty awesomely, and that could make up for some of its deficiencies just at first glance. Now, what could they be filming here? We're seeing a big emphasis on Joker, Harley, and Batman. And that's a pretty powerful trio. And I'm wondering how the Suicide Squad can possibly compete for our attention in this movie, right? You don't want them to hijack the film, this trio, Batman, Harley, and the Joker. So here they could be filming another flashback sequence, but at this point, this is a lot of flashback, right? So this called to mind that rumor that is out there that the reason Amanda Waller is interested in the Joker is because he's the only one to have seen Batman up close and personal, right? He's kicked in his teeth, as many of us have guessed. So that's why she's so interested in him. So perhaps this is playing up that. Maybe Joker's telling some kind of story and interrogation to Amanda Waller. That could be very interesting. And then also there's another option besides flashback for Harley or flashback for Joker. It could just be that, David Ayer has putting together a completely original story and isn't skewing as closely to Assault on Arkham as I think we previously assumed. So that would be a very welcome surprise. I would love this to be a totally original story. And the only thing that really draws from Assault on Arkham is putting Joker in the mix. Now the other thing is that maybe the Suicide Squad's mission is to draw out Batman. That would be very interesting, and that's why they go and they bring in Joker, perhaps, playing in with that rumor. But then there's something else that I think might be really cool, and that's that you have these two titans, Batman and the Joker, going at it in the background. And then in the foreground, you have Suicide Squad doing their mission and almost using the Batman-Joker action as some kind of misdirect, right, to get the police off of them. And that would really, I think, play into the heist aspects of the movie that are rumored. So I think that would be a great way to go with it as well. So I think this movie, it's like, again, we have a love-hate relationship with it, but I think I'm getting more and more into the love category, and I really like what I'm seeing. So I think the leaks are helping out this movie substantially, and it looks really cool. And I'm sure they'll have lots of interior scenes that we won't get to see until we see the movie. So I'm curious, what do you think of this footage? What do you think of the Batmobile? What do you think of the Joker's car? What do you think about Batman being in Suicide Squad? Do you think he's the mission? Do you think he's just background to get people excited about a Batman solo movie? And then also, finally, do you think Suicide Squad can compete? The Suicide Squad actual other members, like, don't forget, Will Smith's in this movie, right? Joel Kinnaman, the Enchantress, Cara Delevingne, we haven't seen her at all. They have a very big cast of people, and while I know a number of them are expendable, we haven't seen that much of them lately. We're seeing a lot of Joker, Harley, and Batman, and now Batman. So I'm curious if Suicide Squad can make sure they stay the star of their own film. But I love this footage, and as I said, it brings a smile to my face. So write your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and you can check out these other episodes right now.
I don't want to alarm you, but I have some disturbing news from the future. Hold on to your car keys, everybody. The scientists and car manufacturers have announced that in the next decade, driving your own car will be obsolete. Listen to the shock go over the audience. Damn you, progress. I love driving. I love cars. I love driving. It's part of who I am. It's how I define myself. Well, first, I'm a woman. And second, I'm the blonde Oprah. And third, driver. And really, I love driving. I wake up in the morning, I drink a screwdriver just because it has driver. I don't even like orange juice. It's already started to happen. Last month, a driverless car was spotted on the streets of San Francisco. It's true, someone tweeted this picture. That is a Mercedes-Benz concept car driving down the street with no driver. Nobody's driving that car. The windows are tinted so you can't see the people in the back seat screaming. The CEO of Tesla says in the future, cars will be driven by robots. Robots? I won't even let Porsche drive me. Don't tell her that. This is our trust circle right here. I don't know about you, but I am not going to trust no robot behind the wheel. I have seen the way robots drive. So the Tesla guy also says human-driven cars will be illegal. I actually think some human drivers should be arrested. I'm pretty sure those people don't think I'm talking about them right now. Isn't that right, lady in the Camry making a left in front of me this morning? Being driven by a robot is in the future, that's not what I signed up for. Where's my jetpack? Where's my age-reversing pod? My hologram? I would love a hologram. I would finally get to see what my butt looks like when I'm walking away. I would send her to the DMV. I could have her clean my rain gutters. She could host another talk show. I could have two. But I say no to driverless cars. I am not going to let progress take the things away that I love. I will continue to drive. I will still listen to cassette tapes. And I will never stop dancing.